Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's get crafting. Alright, for this DIY, I am going to start with a 2x4 that I got recently at the hardware store. It was a little bit longer. It was in the scrap wood area, but I did cut it down to 15 inches long. I sanded it down and then I added some of this glaze from Rust-Oleum. It's awesome to work with. You can stain with it and it doesn't have a strong odor and is actually really easy to remove from hands. So I highly recommend if you do not want to use regular stain. Now I'm going to take these 4 little foam pumpkins from the Dollar Tree, and the first thing I'm going to do is remove the little stem from the top and then just add some hot glue and put it right back in. Those little stems seem to me like they always look like they're sticking out, like they're coming off. So I like to always remove them and put them right back in with some hot glue, and that does the trick. I am going to give each of these pumpkins 2.5 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint because I do want them to have a very crisp, clean, minimal look to them.
Let me feel your love again, 'cause I've been running round in circles screaming out your name. Take me to a different place, just the two of us, and we can stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night, everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you, oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be the someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand.
Once the paint was fully dry on each one, I am going to start doing the kind of like the speckled look, and I'm going to use one of these Artisa acrylic paints, and it's a really beautiful color. I am going to have it down in the description box, and it's like an amber tone, and I'm just going to start spritzing it, as you can see, dabbing a hard bristle brush into the paint and then start just spritzing it and giving it that speckled look. Normally I've seen them with like maybe black paint, but I wanted to try it with this amber color, and I really like the way it turned out. It's a bit messy, but it's a good technique to use. Once the paint was dry, now it's time to start placing the pumpkins right on top of the 2x4. I'm just going to dry place them here just to kind of see where I want them and which one I want it where. Once I had them where I want them, I'm now going to drill. So I just kind of eyed out where the center of each pumpkin was. I used my drill and a drill bit to drill a hole, not all the way through, just kind of like halfway through. Then I use one of these skewers sticks, and I'm going to place it right in with some hot glue. Cut about an inch up or from the surface of the board, and that way we can place the pumpkin right in it. So I'm just going to basically literally just squeeze the pumpkin right on top of it, and then remove the pumpkin again, add some hot glue, and then place it, and that way it's going to stay nicely secure. And I'm going to do the same thing with the rest of them. And we're just about done with this one. This is such an easy project to do. It's really customizable to whatever color you want. But because we're going with a very minimal style, kind of crisp, fresh look, I just wanted to keep them just as is. I did add some Dollar Tree flowers on the back. But look how beautiful and classy, very minimal look it has. For the next project, we are going to take this piece of paneling board that I got at the hardware store. Once again, it was in the scrap wood area, also 25 cents. But when you cut these, it does leave a lot of splinters. So I really want to make sure that everything is sanded down because I am planning on reselling this one. So I am going to sand it really, really well, dust it, and then gave it 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white.
The street on clouds instead of the concrete I'm dancing through.
Everything's about to come my way. Nothing can ruin my date, no matter what anyone does.
Once that is drying, I am now going to take this Dollar Tree wooden pumpkin and I am going to remove everything from it. I had different plans for this sign that I am making, and then I changed my mind, but I still want to show you what I did in case you want to do this for another project. I removed everything from it, flipped it over, and I did fill the little holes with some wood filler. And once that was filled, I let it dry and gave it 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white. Again, this is not what I'm going to use because I did change my mind, but in the event you want to recreate or do something similar, you can always paint it. Filling in the holes just makes it look a little bit more finished. What I ended up doing is taking some of this faux leather that I get on Amazon. I do have it on my Amazon store, and I will have that link down below in the description box. I'm going to trace the pumpkin right on top. This is just so that I know where to place hot glue, and that way it's not going to be like in a crazy spot or something. So now I have the silhouette of the pumpkin on the faux leather. I'm going to add hot glue, and then I'm going to place the pumpkin right on top.
No, I don't care 'cause I am on my way up, and I won't stop, I won't slow down. Steady on my feet, I'm gonna rise up. No, I won't stop.
I am now going to start removing the excess faux leather, and I'm going to use a combination of scissors, the rotary cutter, as well as the X-Acto knife, just to get as close as I can to the edge of the pumpkin.
I'm on my way up. I won't slow down.
The faux leather was not wide enough to cover the entire pumpkin, so I'm just going to patch it up here on this little side with some of that excess faux leather. And I'm just going to hot glue, place it as close as I can so that you don't see as much of a seam, and then cut off the excess. I think it turned out actually pretty cool, pretty nice. I really like the way it turned out. All right, so I'm here just finishing up cutting the excess faux leather from the edge of the pumpkin. And then it's time to place the pumpkin on the whiteboard. So once again, we're just going to use simply hot glue. That was sufficient. I'm going to place it all around the edge, exit in the middle, and then just place it to the right side of the board. Once it's on there, I am going to place a decal that I cut out using my Cricut, and it just says Autumn Harvest. I'm going to place it on the other side of the pumpkin, but towards the bottom of the board.
I won't slow down. I'm strolling down the street with all of my favorite songs on repeat. I'm dancing.
I wanted to leave it just as is, but I just thought it just needed it just a little bit. Again, we're going with a very minimal style decor here, and I don't want to put too much, but I am going to place some of these florals. This is a combination of floral picks that I got at, I think it was Walmart and Dollar Tree this year. And I'm just going to place a couple of them facing to the left. And then I'm going to make a very simple bow using burlap ribbon. And I am going to place that on the other side of the floral arrangement, just hot gluing it in place. And then I did place a little pumpkin that came on a Dollar Tree pick and hot glue it to the other side of the floor. And that's it, guys. It turned out super cute. One of my favorites from today. Let me know what you think of it. I love that I use the faux leather instead of just painting it and leaving it white. I was going to add some shadowing to it, but then I was just like, ooh, I think it would look good with some faux leather. But let me know what you think.
Everything's about to come my way, and I don't care if you spill coffee on me or if the sky is gray or blue. No, I don't care 'cause I am on my way up, and I won't stop, I won't slow down. Steady on my feet, I'm gonna rise up. No, I won't stop, it is my time. 'Cause I know what it's like to be broke, yeah. I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day. Yeah, I am on my way up. I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way up.
For this next project, I am going to take this piece of leftover drop cloth that I recently got on Amazon. Again, it is also in my Amazon store. I'm going to cut out a piece. It's going to be about 15 inches and about 20 inches long. I am going to, once I have it cut, I am going to leave the little frayed parts, like the edges, like that. Just leave them as is. But I am going to fold it in fourth, and I'm just going to cut the side that is already cut. That way it's going to have a nice straight edge all the way down. And it's not going to look wavy or wider in in one spot than the other. And then once I had it cut, it's time to iron it a little bit. It is a little wrinkled, so I'm just going to use my little mini press here from Cricut. I didn't want to get my iron, so I just ironed it with the little mini press, and that did the job. It's not perfect, but it did take a lot of those wrinkles away. So once I had it ironed, it's time to place these little dowels that I get at Walmart. I'm going to place one on each end, and I'm going to fold towards the front of the drop cloth. So it's going to be like a little drop cloth sign. I'm going to hot glue the dowel, and then I am going to place more hot glue on top of the dowel, and then fold over the frayed edges over just like that. And it's going to kind of keep that dowel in there. I'm going to do that the same on the other side. The reason why I wanted to fold it forward is because I want to see that frayed look. But if you don't like that, you can always fold it back, and that way you won't see it. But I just wanted it. Using my Cricut, once again, I am going to cut out, this time, a stencil instead of a decal. And I'm going to place it on the drop cloth. This one says, "But I love fall most of all." Which in my case is so true. Fall is my absolutely favorite season of the year, and so this was very applicable to my own taste. So I'm going to place it towards the bottom, bottom right corner of the drop cloth sign here. And I'm just going to apply it with some transfer tape, and then I'm going to stencil it using a makeup sponge, as well as that same amber color from Artisa that I used earlier to on the pumpkins, and I think that it'll tie everything together. I'm going to remove the vinyl. This is always so satisfying to me, especially on fabric. It's kind of scary because it kind of moves the fabric all over the place, but it always turns out fine. So, and then weed out any additional vinyl that is left. And then after that, it's time to add some jute twine to the top so that we can hang it on the wall. I'm just going to use a screwdriver here to poke a hole right underneath the dowel and about an inch from the edge. And I'm just going to thread the jute twine and knot it, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then once we do that, we're done. Again, very simple, very minimal kind of style decor for fall, and I really love the way this one turned out. For this next project, I am going to take these little stacks of sticks. These are literally sticks from like outside. However, I did not get them from outside. I actually purchased them at the thrift store a couple of years back, and I've used them year after year. It was a larger bundle, and this is all I have left, and I'm going to use it here for this. We're going to create like a little swag for a top of a mantle or a console table. So what I did was I split the branches in two and then faced them to each side, and then I'm just going to use some jute twine and tie it in the middle nicely snug, and that way they're not going to come apart. This is going to be placed on the mantle here in my studio, and so I don't need it to be extremely large. So it's a perfect size for a small mantle or a console table. And again, we want to keep it very minimalist, very minimal decor style, but still have that fall, autumn, harvest look to it. So once I had it tied in the middle, I am going to make another one of those simple bows using burlap ribbon. I'm going to tie it in the middle, and then I'm going to tie it around the center, covering the jute twine, but also adding that detail in the center. I want to keep this very simple, but I am going to place this little pine cone pick that came as part of a larger pick from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to stick it right in there, and I'm also going to take another one of those little pumpkins, cut out some of the stem, and then again on the other side of the pine cone, just stick it in right in, no hot glue or anything, and it just stuck really, really well. And that's it, guys. Look how cute this little swag turned out. When you put everything together, it just looks so magical, so festive. It's just perfect for the fall. But most of all, it has that simplicity, that minimalist style that I really love, actually, and it still has that festive fall look. But let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. I always like to know. To me, my favorite would have to be, I want to say the Autumn Harvest with the faux leather pumpkin. I just think it's very unique. It has a lot of texture, but very simple. But let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. This is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the video. Give me a thumbs up if you really like the video. Giving me a thumbs up really helps my channel grow, and it helps this video reach more people. I am going to have a playlist here with tons more of inspiration for you. Check it out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.